In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the service catalog as an end user and manage my workloads. There are different stacks here available in this service catalog. If your stack AWS VPC networks, that's the one we want to use for this first deployment, is not available, then go to catalog repositories, add catalog repository, and enter the URL of the onboarding stacks in a community catalog of Cycloid. You have the link in the documentation associated to this guide. The branch should be automatically detected and should be master, and I'm going to give a name to this catalog repository. Then click Save. Now you should have the AWS VPC network stack, which is part of the onboarding stacks available in your service catalog. Let's select this stack now. The next step would be to create a project. Let's click on Create Project now. The next step would be to create a new environment. So let's imagine I am a developer, I have a new feature I want to test, so I want to deploy a dev1 environment, for example. I want to give an icon associated to this environment and I click Next. The next step is to fill in the stack forms form, which is the desired configuration for my workload I'm about to deploy. So I want to select, first of all, in which AWS account I want to deploy this workload. Then the AWS region. In this case, it's an autocomplete, suggesting some entries. Let's deploy it in this region. Then the VPC CIDR, and then the subnet. There is a public subnet and a private subnet that are going to be created. You can change that according to your needs. Enter an SSH public key here. There is a regular expression actually that is checking the format of the public key. So you really need to have something valid. And then the next step would be eventually to deploy a NAT gateway as well. So I'm going to check this NAT gateway. That is a paid service, so we can estimate the cost here. And here you have a monthly cost estimation of $37. You can have the cost details in this view here. So you can see that we are going to have an Elastic AP and a NAT gateway deployed, which with the associated cost. If I change this, then of course, and I update the cost, this would be zero because actually we deploy only VPC and subnets and public keys, which are free of charge. So let's move on with the NAT gateway, update the cost, and then create the environment. It is going to execute a simple Terraform plan, Terraform apply pipeline. And whenever the workload is ready, you can start to use it for other deployment, for example. Our Terraform plan job is now completed. Let's have a check on what has been done. So here, if I go to the job, we can see the build number 1 has been completed successfully because it's a green color. We can have expand the TF state task here. And here you can see the output of the Terraform plan here. So we are going to add 11 resources in this case. Let's go back to the pipeline, and then we can see the Terraform apply is now running. And here the TF state task shows you the creation of the resources in real time. And here it is. The apply is completed. our resources have been created, and now we can see the resources created in the asset inventory in here. So if we filter per project, and we can see our AWS VPC network is available here, that's the project we have just created, then all the resources for this particular project are going to be listed in here. So we can see we have, for example, a subnet, that is the private subnet, public subnet. We have the VPC as well. If I click on the VPC, we can have here the details about the tags, in which project and in which environment this particular resource have been deployed, with all the attributes that are actually as they are in the TF state file. If now you want to destroy all these resources for this particular project and environment, you can just go to project, select the environment you want to destroy, the resources actually associated to this particular environment, and you can switch environment. If you can create other environment and switch from one environment to another one. And if you want to destroy the resources associated with dev1, you can just click on Terraform destroy, and then on the plus here, that will trigger a new build of the Terraform destroy. Our Terraform destroy job has been completed successfully, so all the resources that we have created have been destroyed now. We can check that in the resource asset inventory in here. So we can see that we have destroyed the AWS resources we previously created. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.